All right, Bea. I miss you on my screen when I watch Love Island, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. First and foremost, I'm sure you've been keeping up. I've been seeing your Instagram and your Instagram lives. Did you watch last night's episode? I'm dying to know your thoughts on Jen and Gabriel getting a little hot and heavy.
Yes, I've been keeping up. I don't even like, yeah, man. I personally walked into the villa with one thing in my head, and I said, I am not having sex on TV. So,
You didn't do it. Good job.
and I didn't. So, a win is a win. Um, as for them getting a little high and heavy, like, good on, good on them. Like, we all think differently. So, and you're in that villa for a while. You have no privacy. You can't really do anything. I guess you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, so I do also have to ask, like, are there sound machines in the bedroom or are you all like in silence hearing the like kissing and things going on?
No, it's dead silent in that room. It's dead silent in the room. Like you definitely hear when people are like kissing and stuff.
Love that for your for all of y'all sleep.
Oh yeah.
Since coming out of the villa, you and Sean went on After Sun and you both alluded that Gabriel, how we were seeing him was different than how he kind of was in the villa. What are some things we didn't get to see about him? And do you think there's anyone else in the villa that's maybe getting not a bad edit, but like the fans are only getting like one side of them?
Yeah, I think yeah, Gabriel was definitely getting one side. Um, but I think man, he's gotta like open up a little more too. Um, he and I had a lot of like deep conversations about like how we grew up and like our childhood, and he's actually very sweet. He didn't even ask me like what happened to my leg until maybe like we shared the bed for like 3 nights. And he was like, "Oh yeah, can I ask this?" Like I thought that was probably one of the sweetest things, and I totally forgot that he didn't know what had happened to my leg. So there's that. And I think I've been seeing people call Corbin like AI.
A chat.
Um, yeah, that's crazy. I think everybody is multifaceted. Like there's layers to everybody, and I think it's you know not really fair. Although it's funny, it's like not fair to like say that like all right, he's like just this robot. He's not. We all have like different emotions and stuff like that. And then yeah, I don't know what else. Like I think everybody in that villa is obviously going to receive some sort of hate, but they deserve significantly more love.
Totally, 100% agree. And it's nice to hear you talk about like your really deep conversations with Gabriel because we only see like an hour of each day. And a lot of the fans are saying like it's a lot of kissing right now. And we don't always get to hear like your conversations of what everyone's had. So that's nice to hear. Right now, it feels like the only girls really talking to Soul are Kenzie and Jen. And I wanted to ask you, would you say that's just the edit we're seeing, or do you feel like some of the girls aren't trying to get as close to Soul because of their closeness with Mel?
Well, Trinity and I gave Sol and Jen a tour of the
That was
villa,
nice. Hmm.
and like I they didn't show like my hug with Soul at the end. Like she and I had like talked a little bit, and we didn't have a lot of time to get close, but I will say Soul is cool, super cool. I really liked her, and like um I don't think any of the girls are trying to like make her feel like an outcast or anything. I think we're only seeing an hour of a 24-hour day. And I think, it's hard being like the new kid, and she's taking it on the chin. Like she's handling herself very well. And like I respect Soul so much for that. And she bombshelled. She a baddie. And like I'm just proud of her. And yeah, I think some of the girls will like warm up to her, and I've seen like her hanging out with like Trinity before, and like like I think we all hang out collectively, And there's times where we're off screen and we're like hanging out, chit chatting, and those are like our lunches and dinners. And I think a lot of those are like more casual conversations that like they're off camera.
I mean, she did her job as a bombshell. She was bombshelling, and she is definitely taking it on the chin. I do want to talk to you about your conversation with Mel after the big bed challenge, I guess you could call it. Some people online were quick to say you called out Mel's actions during that game, but maybe not other people in the villa, like how they were moving outside of a game. Why did you feel like it was important for you to talk to her at that moment about her actions?
Yeah, because it is a challenge, but also I like to think like, all right, if that happened to me, how would I feel? Like put yourself in that person's shoes type of thought process.
Mhm.
And I just know that she would not handle it the way Sincere handled it. But also Sincere's doing his own stuff. So there's a lot of things in the villa that were going on, a lot of chats that I also didn't see. So yes, we're in there, we know each other very well, but there's also like these conversations are happening one on one. And what I'm being told is only part of it, and the other, you know what I mean? So now I'm gonna have to go back and watch, and I'm very curious as to what I'm gonna see.
Totally. I wonder if there's going to be a movie night this year for people, for fans to see other stuff, because that's going to be juicy.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of fans online are also talking about how it seems like this season, they're all coupling up really fast and there's not enough exploring going on. Would you say that a lot of people in the villa are coupling up because they're genuinely happy in their connection, or do you think they're scared to explore? How do you feel about all that?
I think two things can be true at the same time. I think there's a fear of exploring because there's the potential that like you lose your couple, right? Like, oh, if I'm out here exploring and my current couple feels a way about it, all right, are they gonna want to recouple? Am I not gonna stay in this game? But at the same time, it could be, wow, I really vibe with this person and maybe I don't want to mess that up. But like we're in there to do that. So I do think like we had coupled up like pretty quick. But yeah.
Well, before we wrap up, I wanted to play a quick little game I'm calling Bea's Hot Takes. So just whatever you think comes to mind. First question. Will you be exploring your friendship with Mel outside of the villa?
Yes, absolutely. I think Mel is a great girl. And, you know, yes, we had our discussions, but all friends do. And what makes a friendship stronger is the ability to, yeah, have that uncomfortable conversation of, hey, I didn't like this, or, okay, well, I didn't like when you did this. Well, I didn't like this. Well,
Mm.
actually, we're friends, like, whatever, let's squash it. And, like, holding each other, like, to that standard and growing that friendship. Like,
Totally. It's
yeah.
about growing, hearing each other out and growing.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think Zach genuinely likes Kata, or do we think he's just waiting for another bombshell to come in and kind of do a switch up?
When I was in there, Zach was like down bad for Kata because Kata a baddie. He would be stupid to mess that up for sure.
Last question. Who do you think is most likely going to leave their couple once Casa Amor comes next week?
Corbin or Kenzie will probably leave their couple once Casa, just because um, I think they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to explore, but I don't know.
Yeah. Are you surprised at how that has continued to grow? Because it felt like it was just crazy how they got together and then they stayed together. And it's just, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it was surprising, especially because like she was so excited when Caleb came in, and like that's her type to a T. And then now it's like not, I guess. Like I don't know. And Caleb is so genuine, and he and I had a lot of chats, or well, a few chats. He wasn't there for long when I got, you know, dumped from the villa. But
One word to wrap up your Love Island experience. What would it be?
fever dream. That's two words, but
It counts. It counts.